Welcome to another episode of Retouch and Chill, where I edit pictures and talk about things. Today I have this beautiful portrait of my friend Leah. I'm going to be retouching it, talking about things. It's a new year, guys. I mean, we're halfway into the first month of the new year, so I'm a little late, but better late than never, right? So this episode is sponsored by Squarespace, so thank you so much, Squarespace. I'm super excited to get into this, start retouching, and start rambling. I have a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. So, no, I knew it. He's scamming me. I freaking knew it, you guys. I have a story time. Do I even start retouching? I just got this email. So let me back this up a little bit and tell you guys. I was going to talk about it here, and then I just got this email, and I'm like, I'm being scammed right now. In a nutshell, I ordered something from eBay. I received something in the mail today, and it was from the same area where the seller is from. So it's the same country where the seller is from for this item. Okay, for the item I actually ordered. So I thought, hey, it's the item that I paid for. And then I open it, and it's not the item. And I'm like, I did not order this. You know what? Let me show you the item. He sent me. And then now they're saying, oh, your item has been delivered from eBay. It's not the item at all. I'm not going to show, I can't show you guys the other side because of the tracking number and my information. But this is what he sent me. This is what he sent me. That's all that's in this bag. That's it. Nothing else. Just that. And this came today. What is this? I looked it up. It's like it's something for a golf club. I don't even golf. I don't even like golfing. That's how you know this is not, I didn't order this. I can't believe I'm being scammed right now. And this is not cheap, okay? It was about like $600, okay? So this is not a cheap thing that we're dealing with. He had a really high rating. He was supposed to be like a reputable seller, very good reviews, and then he just, well, that's fine. Now maybe I should start golfing now. So I got scammed. Let's get into the retouch, right? Okay. So we have this beautiful portrait of my friend Leah. I took it with my 24-70 lens with my 5D Mark IV. I applied the frequency separation action, and now we're gonna just start retouching. And I'm gonna try to just forget that what just happened. And the thing is, when I first got the package, I knew, I'm like, uh-oh, he's trying it. He's gonna do it. And I'm like, but wait, no, it says the item I paid for is still in transit. So maybe he just sent me a gift. No. And then when I got the email that oh, your package has been delivered. I'm like, whose package, sweetie? Who? Where? Not any package I was expecting. I mean, if you're gonna send me, if you're gonna scam me, at least scam me with something good. Like, send me a bag of chips or something, sweet potato fries. Get me like a pillow cover, silk pillow cover. Something like that. Do people really think that I'm not gonna... Does he think like I'm gonna receive this item and be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this. This is definitely worth my money. Yeah, I didn't pay for it, but thank you. I appreciate the thought behind this. Do you think I'm gonna just do... Okay. So, as it stands now, I'm just gonna wait until eBay updates its system from 1998, because it still says that I have to wait to receive the item, even though it says it's been delivered. So I can't even report it yet, officially. I did send the guy a message, though. Anyways, back to the retouch. I'm like, okay, now for the reason why we're all here. Retouching. Actually, I love doing these because I can talk about things other than photography and retouching. So it is fun. It's quite fun. So, you know, I was thinking about last night. I'm so lame because last night I'm like, okay, I'm going to record this video and I'm going to talk about this and I'm going to talk about this. So one of the topics that I wanted to kind of talk about, it's not photography related. Guys, give me a pass. Let me just, I know we come here for the photography stuff, but I have aspirations outside of photography. I mean, not that many. Probably just not really, but anyways, I do enjoy video games. Is what I was gonna say. And there was this one game, and it's hard to find a game that I like. Actually, I want to give a shout out to Thimbleweed Park because that game is spectacular. At first, I was like, the graphics are a little strange. At first, they're, pixel. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not like, the 3D graphics. Incredible game. Thimbleweed Park. Oh my God. Amazing. I wish I could erase my memory and just play it all over again. That's how good it is. You guys ever get that feeling like, I wish I could just forget this and then watch it for the first time again? Or play it for the first time? Like if it's a movie or whatever, play it for the first time if it's a game. That's the exact feeling I had when I was playing that game. I was like, this is so good. The writing, everything. So anyways, what I wanted to talk about is I was looking through the eShop on Nintendo, my Nintendo Switch, and I'm trying to look for some mystery games. I love mystery, critical thinking, all that stuff. I found this game. It's called The Flower Collectors. Okay. I was like, okay, the trailer looks good. So started to play it. And I newly started this where I have to play a game for more than at least over 15 minutes. Because I always, after the first 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm over this. And then I just don't want to play it anymore because I'm just not. And then I'm like, you know what? No, I can't judge a game by the first 10 minutes. So I gave it a go. And I actually really enjoyed it. But here's the problem. The game was and don't quote me on this because I don't know how accurate this is. It was 3 hours of gameplay, 3-4 hours, barely anything. I think my Switch says I played it for 2 hours or something. I was really getting into it. I'm like, this is really good. This is really good concept. I was out there being a detective, taking pictures of people, using a film camera, taking pictures. I kind of went overboard with that. Anyways, 2 hours of gameplay? Okay, roughly 2 hours, maybe more, maybe a little more than that. By the time I knew it, the game was over. You guys, the credits rolled and I'm like, is this correct? You guys sure? Are you sure this is over? Because I literally just started this game though. Okay. So the game ended and I was kind of bummed about it. I'm like, it's such a good concept. I hope they'll continue, maybe make part 2 or something. I really love the concept. So you play as this detective. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, you just play as someone who, you're just like a detective. You take pictures of people and you spy on people. It's so fun. You spy on people from the balcony and you people watch. Listen, it's like people watching. So if you like people watching, you'll love that game. But it's really fun. It's mystery / detective work. It's like a murder mystery. It ended too quick. Someone was creating that game and was like, okay, let's just wrap it up. I don't understand why. It was so good. So anyways, if you've ever played it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's that's pretty much all I've been doing. Video games and filming the reaction videos. Love filming the reaction videos. So much fun. I mean, that's what I do when I'm not being scammed on the internet. When I'm not being freaking scammed. I can't stop thinking about it. I need to stop thinking about it. I kind of obsess over certain things. If something happens to me, I want justice. That's what it is. I want justice for this wrongdoing. This guy really thinks he's gonna scam me. You know what's funny? You know what's so funny? I actually wanted to do a video like unboxing this item. Okay, that's how excited I was for it. I'm like, should I film it? And then I was like, no, I don't have to film everything. No, I should have filmed this. Okay, I should have. Because I could have just sent it to him and been like, look, you destroyed my dreams here. But yeah, I filmed a lot of reaction videos. I have so many behind the scenes that you're gonna see so many videos pop up from like last year. One of the models I worked with in London, she messaged me, and I was like, hey, and this was like 3 years ago. I was like, just so you know, because we shot it behind the scenes of that shoot. I'm like, it may be coming up this year. I think I'm gonna post it, and we just laughed about it. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And the only thing is, I just didn't have time to edit everything. I edit all my videos, so it does take a very long time. It takes a lot of focus. And sometimes I just feel like I'm not good at editing. So I'm like, would people even watch this? So recently I found an editor. I'm so happy with his work. He's so talented. Love everything he's been doing. So that's the only reason why you're going to be seeing these videos pop up, because I'm sending it to him to work on. He's so great. So finally have some help after however many years of editing my own videos. And I do enjoy editing. I've learned quite a few tricks. I edit still a lot of my videos, but he just helps me with the behind the scenes. And this, I'm talking about like the last month I got help to do this. Because it can be expensive sending your videos out. So I was like, I'd rather just do it myself and save the money. So now I've been doing that. And so I'm trying to plan like new things to do for this year, even though it looks like none of us are planning anything. No one's going anywhere, which is understandable. I know, just it's hard to be creative when we're stuck in a time like this. You want to go out, you want to shoot, but you also don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're going to risk your health or something. I understand. So we've got here this portrait. I'm just going to go ahead and clean up these small little blemishes, any little pimples. Oh, speaking of pimples, I did the reaction video I did, one of them I kind of talked about my cystic acne, and thank you guys. A lot of you guys were saying like, thanks for talking about that. It's nice to see that other people went through it too, and that's why I put that video of me with my cystic acne. I was on Accutane. A lot of people asked me, how did you clear your acne? I was on Accutane for about 6 months. And it's so funny because right after that video, I got a really bad pimple. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a cyst, like almost cystic acne. And I'm like, dang it, it's starting again. Anyone who has cystic acne or who has been on Accutane will know that's like the biggest anxiety-inducing thing to see a pimple, to start having pimples again after completing a round of Accutane. And so yeah, I've been getting little pimples here and there, but this, I think you can still see, and in the grand scheme of things, it's just a pimple, yeah. But again, when you've had severe cystic acne and people literally have made comments about your skin all the time, any one little tiny pimple, you'll start freaking out after when you've gotten used to having like nice clear skin because of Accutane. And Accutane is just so tough, man. When I started Accutane, oh man, it was rough. It was rough on my body. It was rough. I would do it all over again though. I'm not gonna, but here's the thing, I'm not gonna vouch for it or not vouch for it. I say you got, because the thing is, I didn't do Accutane for a very long time. I was offered it earlier in the year. Last year, was it last year? I started Accutane, I think in like October 2020. That's when it was like at its worst. Yeah, because of my birthday, that's when the waitress made the comment. Yeah. So September is when I was like it was really getting to me, and I'm like, I definitely need Accutane. So, but the thing is, before that, I went to derms and they were like, do you want to be on Accutane? I told them no. I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to like be on that. But I think when you get to a point where you just, does become desperation. You just like, okay, I don't care anymore because sure, I'll take it. You get to that point. So, all right, I'm going to duplicate the high frequency layer yet again and just go over these tiny hairs. I know, I'm sorry I'm not talking too much about the retouching portion, but I just love being able to talk about everything in this. And I hope that, okay, if you guys do want me to talk more about the process of the retouching, I can definitely do that. Just let me know. You guys let me know in the comments. But I do love talking about just random things. So yeah, what was I saying about the Accutane stuff? Yeah, so a lot of people were leaving comments about me sharing my bare skin and my cystic acne, which it was really nice to read those comments. I know how tough it can be. Trust me, you guys. So, and you know what's crazy? I've never been to a derm before any of this. Like, I could never afford it. Like a dermatologist, I could never imagine in my life I would see a dermatologist because I could never afford it. It was just something so unattainable for someone like me, especially growing up. Like, dermatologist, like was that even a real thing? Could never even imagine. I've never been to the derm ever. The first time I went to the derm was when my hair started falling out. And that's the same time that I started getting cystic acne. Like, I lost like 50 or 60% of my hair just start falling out. And that was a rough year. This was all in 2020. 2020 was so rough. Not just obviously because of everything that's going on, but in terms of like with me, just it was bad. It was rough, but my hair grew back. I had baby hairs like crazy for so long, and people were commenting on my skin and why is my skin so bad and are you drinking water and all of that. I had to deal with those comments for like a year, for about a year and like a month or two. So definitely it was quite the journey. So, and I totally understand those who can't go to the derm, and it's expensive, you guys. It's expensive. And my first time going to the derm was literally 2020 when my hair was, and the only reason I went is because my doctor told me you should see a derm because your hair is falling out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even thought to go. But she thought that I should, so I was like, okay, and then they like looked at my hair under a microscope and they're like, you're stressed out. So this is and then I'm like, okay, I'm stressed out, and here's the final photo. So we have the photo here. I do want to clean up this hair, and there's a few different ways of doing this. This is so tricky. Like, which technique are you going to use to clean up the hair? That's the question I want to ask. Is it going to be spot healing? We can try it. So what you can do is go to spot healing and then sample all layers. That's what you can do without affecting the actual image. Oh, okay, that was my bad. Let's see how well. Dude, spot healing is a toss-up. Oh, goodness. It's kind of like a hit. Like, sometimes it does a good job. Okay, so what I will do now is just kind of go over. Oh, God. Like, I thought it was good. Is it making it worse? It is. It's sort of worse. I'm like, okay, and now we're just going to bring out the clone stamp tool because God knows I don't have time to do the spot healing brush. But the thing with the cloning brush is if you have a plain background, it'll probably be easier to navigate. Like, such as this one, we have subtle texture in the background, so I can kind of merge it together. The only thing is the brush is a bit feathered, so I am going to go back in and just adjust that. I got scammed today. Damn. I can't get over the fact that I got scammed. You guys, what should I do? Can someone help me? Can someone assist? The scammer's watching this. He's like, you deserve it. You deserve it. Hi, if you're watching this, I hope that you're having a great day. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Wonderful day. Okay, so we did clean up. There we go. See, but what you want to make sure of or watch out for is you can have the hardness at a certain amount so that it doesn't get too feathery. There we go. So it's like a cleaner, smoother brush. I think someone suggested that I have my face small in this. You know, when I used to do the videos where I show my face on the big screen, they're like, you should just have your face on a small square on the side of the screen. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm sorry if you don't want to see my... I'm like, okay, but I understand. Because maybe you guys just want to see the retouch portion, you know? I get it. I'm like, okay, like, it's not a person... It's not because I'm ugly. She's like, I don't want to see your face again. But no, I took that and I was like, okay, I'll be here in I'm a little square in the corner and you guys can see this big screen thing. Okay, so there it is with clone stamp tool. Again, this is going to be super hard to do if it's not a solid backdrop. That's why I say when people are editing those Instagram photos, watch for the background because they'll usually be behind a plain background. I'm just saying. I'm requesting a refund right now. It's not even a cute, at least send me like perfume or something if you're gonna go. Like, why go through all the trouble of sending something internationally? I mean, you're mailing it internationally. Only just send the actual, it seems like more, what I'm saying is it just seems like more work to do all this. I mean, he's a businessman, but not the right one. There we go. So I literally wrote, I received a completely different item. I received a foam golf club cover. I did not receive the item I paid for. I would like my money back. Okay, so I'm gonna be nice. If we can just figure this out amicably. Yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. If we can figure this out, well, let's just go our separate ways. So I just submitted my return request and he has 3 business days to respond. And if he doesn't, then I guess eBay steps in. Before we get into editing, I want to thank the sponsor for today's video, Squarespace. I absolutely love their platform. All the pictures you see me editing and the behind the scenes, if you go on my website, you'll find those pictures there. And my website is using Squarespace because I just love it that much. It's super easy to use, not intimidating at all. You can create anything you want on there. And for any reason, if you want to switch up your website because you want to change it for any reason, they have designer templates that you can preview before they go live. So it's very flexible with whatever idea you're thinking about for whatever business, or if you have a brand, you can use Squarespace. It's a great platform, easy to use. They have drag and drop features, which I love. They have image galleries. They have carousels. So many great ways to customize your images, how they appear. And I always say it's important to have a website to show off if you're a photographer who has clients, or if you want to just display your images, even if you're not a photographer. It could be for anyone. Again, you want to run any kind of business. Squarespace is there for you. Definitely check it out, you guys. You can go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use my code, it's Jessica, for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So all that information will be in the description. I love Squarespace. They're the best. Okay, back to the portrait. Let's add some tones here. I'm going to go to new adjustment layer, curves. And you know what's crazy? I didn't really think about learning Photoshop for the first time. How that must feel like. It must be, it's intimidating, right? I know I probably sound terrible saying that, but I actually learned this program when I was like super young. I use Just Paint Shop Pro, which was very similar to Photoshop. But it's not quite like Photoshop. But then I really learned Photoshop when I was like 14, 15. Don't quote me on that though, because I don't quite remember. But by 15, I was a pro in Photoshop. But even at 15, I was like, Photoshop is so intimidating. So using the curves layer is just one of my favorite things ever. Look at how it can just change up your photo with just this simple curve. Let's do photo filter. Nice sort of warming look. We're in Florida. The sun's out. It's beautiful. It's kind of nice. The green is kind of what I want to pop out. I'm going to go to selective color. This eyeliner. Let's see if I can do that using selective color. Might be a little tricky. Oh, no. We got this. So using selective color, going to the greens tab, because she's wearing green eyeliner. As you can see, we're making some change. I just wanted to pop out a bit more. We might have to go to yellows, because sometimes it's the yellows that control that. Yeah, it's not going to work, because the yellows also control some of the skin tone too. That's going to be tricky. We're still in selective color, the same selective color. And I'm just going to see what each one does. And like, do we want to add it? Because we're not sure. It's like you want to give the invite out, but you just have to see if you just got to kind of, what is it? The waters? Test the waters. We're testing the waters right now. It's not looking, we could do better, right? Oh, yes. Okay. I don't know if I want to. See, this is why it takes me so long to retouch photos now. I'm so indecisive when it comes to picking out colors. Oh, it's so tough, you guys. And the thing is, sometimes I'll literally just leave photos for like, I don't know, a few weeks, a month maybe, because I just can't get the colors right. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to revisit this another time. So don't ever feel, I mean, if you feel frustrated, just know you're not alone. I just say give yourself a break and come back to it. Last, I kind of just like this as is. It's very simple. Let me show you guys a before and after with the tones added. That's before, that's after. It's simple, but it works. This is before, this is after. Before and after. So that's the end of the video. Wow, what a roller coaster, right? I'll let you guys know what happens with with the eBay thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get that item. It's fine. You know, honestly, deep down, maybe I shouldn't have even bought it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the final photo, and I'll see you in my next video.